Exclusive contract from Feilu Novel Network Novel. Time-traveling chat group. Understanding the sky, group friends are Numb. Suqi joined the walk-through chat group and drew a divine-level understanding system, but unfortunately, he traveled to his own world. There is no cultivation system in reality, and there is no hope for longevity in the future. If there is no way, walk your own path. So, Suqi began to crazily trade with chat group members. Inferring and improving various martial arts secrets, the price depends on the level of the technique and can be negotiated. Can Huashan Sword Technique be improved? Can Bodhi mind practice be improved? Can Kama Taj Maha's ideas be improved? A group of chat group members were all tempted and begged Suqi to improve their techniques. Several years later, when Suqi draws on the strengths of others and creates a path for cultivation, he dominates the magnetic field of the stars with his life magnetic field, and his physical body travels through space, distorting space for spatial jumps and exploring the starry sky. And countless worlds in the chat group have also become his backyard. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Crossing Chat Groups. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The walkthrough chat group invites you to join. Do you agree? When a virtual subtitle line appears in front of Suqi transformed from shock to excitement, then he pinched his thigh, it hurts so much. It is indeed true. He is even more excited. So online novels are not deceiving. Suqi thought to herself, what kind of time travel, it's all true. Actually, this has been Suqi for 2 generations, however, despite having 2 lifetimes of experience, but it has always been ordinary. The greatest success was being admitted to a 211 university. There is no difference between the rest and the previous life. However, at this moment, Suqi understood, my ordinary life is finally about to change. Agree? How could this possibly disagree? Suqi had no hesitation, and very firm. Time travel will begin in 30 minutes, please be prepared. And at this point, Suqi also successfully joined the chat group. I saw a chat group full of prompts. Congratulations to member Li Si on joining the walkthrough chat group. Congratulations to member Su Feihong for joining the walkthrough chat group. Congratulations to group member Suqi for joining the walkthrough chat group. Congratulations to the group members. More than 100 group joining prompts are displayed in the chat group, and the originally deserted chat groups, now it's becoming lively. Sleeping slot, it's only been a while since more than 100 new members joined the chat group. The chat group is quite active. More than 100 cannon fodder have joined the group again. Now, guess how many of these newcomers have survived? I won't bet more than 10. 10. 5 is enough. And at this point, the remaining dozens of people in the chat group are bubbling up to speak. More than 100 new members joined the group at once, and only a few dozen elderly people are bright. Suqi took a closer look. Originally, there were thousands of others who had already been hacked. What is the situation? Attention all new members, please refer to the group announcement for new members entering the group. Yi Naishuan, Immortal Sword, said. At this point, the ID of a group member is very prominent. Surprisingly, he is an administrator. Wang Ping, Little Flying Knife World. Wow, the big shot Naishuan has appeared, lick. Wang Ping has been banned by Yi Naishuan for 5 minutes. Zhang Ming, Duki World. Forging Body Pill, exclusively secret made, is the best choice for newcomers to avoid death. It costs 100 points per share, and currently there are only 50 left. First come, first served. Xianjian, Tianlong World. Shaolin de Huan Dan, strong and healthy, 20 points per share, abundant supply, 20% off on first come. Lin Jiuhua, Laughing Proud World. Huashan Basic Mind Technique, cheap sale, first come, first served. Suqi is diving in the chat group. At this time, in the chat group, new members of the group are already testing out old members, as the new members have not yet traveled, so it doesn't show the world you've traveled to. Zhang Bai. Integral. It seems that integral is very important. Zhang Ming, Duki World. Kid, have you watched the group announcement? The mortality rate for newcomers is very high. It would be good if 5 out of 100 people could survive. Wipe, 5. Zhang Bai left a sentence. I hurriedly went to check the group announcement. Originally, although this group is a walkthrough chat group, the walkthrough can not only exchange information skills in chat groups, but also, you can even use points to purchase products in chat groups. Even go to the world of chat group members. It can be seen from this that, the preciousness of points, but even so, newly joined members are inevitably slaughtered by old members. No matter how precious the points are, it's not as precious as life. Suqi glanced at the chat group. Many group members have started asking old members questions. The danger after crossing, everywhere, within the first 7 days of crossing, one will be targeted by world consciousness. And there are various methods of death. The overall mortality rate is as high as 90%. It is important to purchase products from old members of chat groups in this world. Actually, those products are not worth as many points, but many old members have to reap a harvest, that's why it's priced like this. This is an unspoken secret. And some worlds he doesn't even know, like in the world of Duki, of course he does. Zhang Ming, Duki World, Level 2, Alchemist System, shocked. It turns out that this system can actually see what system, Xianjian, Tianlong World. All members only have one chance to draw the system. If the system draws well, becoming a god and becoming an ancestor is not a dream. If the system doesn't draw well, it will be a tragedy. Cry. JPG Lin Jiuhua, Smiling Proud World. That's right, crying. At the beginning, Xianjian drew a system of high monks, but until now, they have been fasting and chanting Buddha, and have not even touched women. Such a tragedy, who can understand? He is in the heavenly dragon world. Beauty is like a cloud. Unfortunately, I haven't even pulled a woman's hand now. As for Lin Jiuhua, although living in a world of pride, but it drew a tomb digging system. Originally a sunny young man. Digging graves every day. My mental state is almost abnormal now. Wang Ping, Shaoli Flying Knife World. That's right, a good system is too important. Although I survived, I lived a very painful life. Curious Suqi clicked on Wang Ping's interface. Wang Ping, Shaoli Flying Knife World, Level 1, Licking Dog System. Brother Wang, whose licking dog are you? A newcomer asked curiously. On the other side, Wang Ping remained silent. The first bound object of his licking dog system was Lin Xiener, and when Lin Xiener's licking dog, undoubtedly, it is speechless. Wang Ping not only witnessed Lin Xiener accompany other men every day with his own eyes, and even Lin Xiener's toes were not licked. This is undoubtedly a tragedy. Living in deep green every day, even Lin Xiener opened the screen and Pat didn't bring him. I wipe it, this is too unfortunate. Who has the best system in our group? Another newcomer asked. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass. New book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass. New book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass. New book grades are crucial, thank you. Chapter 2. Crossing a Loneliness. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Xianjian, Tianlong World. The administrator's system is very good, and Ye Goddess's system is the Sword Immortal system, and it is also the Immortal Sword World. Crouching Slot, isn't that Zhang Ming big shot going to be invincible? Zhang Ming, isn't that the group member with the alchemist system? It's still a world of fighting spirit. Zhang Ming, Duki World. Hehe, just no. Suqi kept diving silently, and seeing the discussion system so hot. He is also curious about the system's distribution system, so he chose to select the extraction system in the upper right corner of the chat group. The extraction system can only extract once. Do you want to extract it? Yes. Is this still worth asking? Without any hesitation, ding, congratulations on obtaining the exclusive gold finger, a divine level understanding system. Moment the system prompt for the chat group also sounded, divine level perception system. You have received blessings from the multiverse, and your understanding is growing infinitely divine level comprehension. Suqi's brain shook. If this were to travel to the fantasy world, isn't it invincible? In the chat group, the other old members are also diving to check the new members system. If there are any promising newcomers, you can make some friends. Li Zhengfei, Tang Dynasty Twin Dragon World. At Suqi, Lying Trough, Big Shot, Divine Level Intelligence, Amazing. Xianjian, Tianlong World. Wang Ping, Little Flying Dagger World. My heart has been hit hard. In Court. Master 666, take me with you in the future. Yin Chiu. It's so amazing. Why don't I have such luck? Rongyan, Tang Dynasty World. How can we, the people in the garbage system, survive? Li Mingzhu. The boss takes me along. My body is very soft and I can warm the bed very well. Zhang Ming, Duqi World. Generally speaking, one should also be able to survive. New members and old members are mixed up, Suqi couldn't distinguish for a moment. And many group members who haven't been bubbling for a long time, they were all blown out. Li Zhengfei, Tang Dynasty Twin Dragon World. At Qin Yangwu, the killing system, you're also good, amazing. Xianjian, Tianlong World. The newcomers in this class are a bit lucky. Wang Ping, Shaoli Flying Knife World. At Xianjian, we're just unlucky. And next, everyone's attention was also drawn to Qin Yangwu. Suqi noticed that, this Qin Yangwu has also been diving recently. He wished he hadn't been noticed, and soon half an hour had passed. The old members comforted the new members. On the other side, it is harvesting the points of new players. Zhang Ming, Duqi World. At Suqi, Qin Yangwu has already bought the forging body pill from me. Do you want to buy it? Let me ask you one last time. Upon seeing this message, Suqi pondered for a moment. Suqi. I will decide whether to purchase after confirming the world I am traveling through. Sorry. Zhang Ming, Duqi World. If you don't buy now, the price will increase after crossing the border. I guess you can't afford it either. Seeing the situation, Suqi chuckled, and as many group members prepared to traverse, the time of crossing quietly arrived. In an instant, time has passed. I saw the space shift. Suqi landed instantly. And surrounded by a cityscape, familiar cities, familiar flowers, plants, and trees, even the nearby building is so familiar. Isn't that the apartment building I used to live in? Suqi carefully glanced at the time again. No, it's not right. Time has come to travel. The spatial shift just now also indicates that the crossing has occurred. Did I cross into a parallel world? Suqi pondered. But Suqi took another turn around here, even returning home. Only then did I understand. Surprisingly, this is still the original world. And there was a prompt in the chat group. You have traveled from the XD73842 universe to the XD73842 universe. Moment. Suqi is in a mess at home, with a probability of 1 in a few thousand trillions occurring during his journey. He actually traveled to the world he was in. And at this moment, the chat information in the group system is already exploding wildly. 6017 Chiu has died, you can view the death video. 6054th Han Feng has died, you can view the death video. I wipe, how long has it been? More than 20 death messages have already popped up. It seems that the mortality rate is not exaggerated. Lin Jiuhua, Smiling World. The elimination rate of this generation of newcomers is a bit high. I remember they didn't die so quickly before. Xianjian, Heavenly Dragon World. My Buddha is merciful and silent Wang Ping, Shaoli Flying Knife World. There is still one that can be eliminated in just 1 second. It seems like it crossed a volcano and burned to death. Administrator, Yi Naishuan, Fairy Sword World. How are those promising newcomers doing and what world have they fallen into at Qin Yanggu, at Suqi? Huazhongyong, Goblin World. At Yi Naishuan, what can the administrator do to save me? I have fallen into Goblin World, and they are about to roast me and eat me. Li Zhengfei, Twin Dragons World of the Tang Dynasty. It's hopeless, wait until death. Huazhongyong, Goblin World. Wow. I'm crying. 2 minutes later, 6023 Huazhongyong has died, you can view the death video. Xianjian, Heavenly Dragon World. Amitabha Buddha, observe silence. Qin Yanggu, Zombie OL World. I have traveled to a world full of zombies and am now being chased by zombies. Wang Xiaocheng, Shihong City World. The big shot is amazing, but he survived and became a chat group leader. Unlike our ordinary urban world, there is no potential at all. Zhangming, Duqi World. At Suqi, it's been so long without any sound, isn't it about dying? Suqi. I have traveled, but not completely. Administrator, Yi Naishuan, Fairy Sword World. What does it mean? Suqi. I have traveled, but in the end, I have traveled to my own world. Xianjian, Tianlong World. Wang Ping, Shaoli Flying Knife World. Sleeping Slot, can we still do this? Li Zhengfei, Tang Dynasty Twin Dragon World. Is it really fake? Lin Jiuhua, Laughing Proud World. How small is the probability? But you are also unlucky. This amazing system is trapped in the original world. Wang Xiaocheng, Shihong City World. It's a pity to be a big shot. Zhangming, Duqi World. It's not certain whether one will survive or not after crossing the time. Seeing group members start chatting, and the number of people is still sharply decreasing, Suqi did not continue speaking in the chat group. But starting to think about what to do next, although he drew a divine level understanding system, but he was trapped in this world has no magic, no fighting spirit, only the laws of physics, chemistry, and the operation of the universe. But he possesses an endless and boundless understanding, since our predecessors have not gone through it, then he will come and go. Who stipulates that one cannot practice in the real world? Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Chapter 3. 10 Swords of Mount Hua. You are listening at novel full.audio. Suqi's eyes lit up, he returned home, on the one hand, thinking about where to search for information, at least there should be something to learn from, find a path to practice in the real world. Another thing is that he wants to know if there are any other cultivation methods in this world. Perhaps he is currently in a world of spiritual revival. However, this possibility is very small. As for chat groups, Suqi temporarily ignored the chat content inside, but instead, focus on seclusion. However, the number of new members in the chat group is still sharply decreasing. It is estimated that there will be no more than 10 newcomers who can last until the 7th day. Golden Underworld Idea, failure. Taoist Inner Alchemy, failed. Ancient Qi Cultivation Technique, failed. Within a few days, Suqi has tried over 10 methods, there is not even a possibility of existence. With his boundless understanding, it's impossible to not even see the possibility. If that's the case, that can only prove that this road is wrong. Perhaps there is no fundamental mental method that can succeed in this world, and the cultivation methods recorded in ancient books are just ancient people's imagination. Suqi commented. So how exactly should we succeed? Suqi couldn't help but open a chat group, Wang Ping, literally flying knife world. You are numb, Lin Xiener is too difficult to lick. The better you treat her, the less she will pay attention to you. Although she is a silver child and a woman, she can't even lick her toes. How can she complete system tasks like this? Xianjian, Tianlong world. Hehe, at least you have a woman to lick, but you can have someone else lick it. Wang Ping, literally flying knife world. It can't be changed, not licked. Besides, if I don't lick her, she might want to kill me at Xianjian. Why are you so idle lately? Speaking of which, Wang Pingxin is also tired. He is also an elderly person who joined the group very early, but after licking it for so long, it's still the early stage of the first order. Xianjian, Heavenly Dragon World. Recently, I have been reciting scriptures in the Sutra Pavilion. Hehe, it's not as pleasant as coming to Shuechuan. Now there are over 100 new members who have just joined the group, there are only a dozen left, the quantity is still sharply decreasing. And the chat group has regained the appearance of dozens of people. Suqi is also advertising in chat groups. Suqi. Derive and improve various martial arts secret scripts, and the price depends on the level of the technique, which can be negotiated. First, get 1 point flash sale. Xianjian, Tianlong world. Wang Ping, literally flying dagger world. Lin Jiuhua, Xiaoao world, has sent you a designated red envelope. So fast. This is only a few seconds, in an instant, Lin Jiuhua sent a designated red packet, Suqi opened it up and took a look, display as one integral. Because chat groups cannot send private messages, so all transactions are conducted within the group. Xianjian, Tianlong world. At Lin Jiuhua, diving. Your hand speed is also too fast. I originally wanted to give it a try. Wang Ping, Shaoli flying knife world. At Suqi, your divine level understanding system is really good for doing martial arts business. Lin Jiuhua, laughing proud world. At Xianjian, the speed of being single for 20 years. Many chat group members still remember Suqi. I only know he's in the original world, having a divine level understanding system. Lin Jiuhua, laughing proud world. Let's go through group trading and see you in the group mall. Wang Ping, Shaoli flying knife world. How is the effect? Remember to let the group know after trying it out. Xianjian, Heavenly Dragon World. Looking forward to the performance of the newcomers. Suqi opens the group mall. The group mall must purchase with points, and within the mall, there is an official transaction list for chat groups, the other one is the group member transaction list. This shows the preciousness of points. In addition to the 100 points gifted by new members joining the group, the only other way to earn points is to sell valuable items to chat groups, to earn points. Suqi opens the free trade section. There is a trade in Huashan Sword Technique. Displayed is one integral. No matter what transaction, the minimum transaction limit is 1 point, but Suqi will still sell it later, so the transaction price is still 1 point. But 2 losses will result in 2 transaction fees, each transaction fee is 1%, there are quite a few. Suqi ordered the transaction, the secret script of Huashan Sword Technique came to his mind, different, it's really different, the content on this martial arts secret script, it is the genuine content that he couldn't find on the internet no matter what. However, considering that the rules vary in different worlds, perhaps the Huashan Sword Technique cannot be used in his world either. Suqi aims to create a universal method. You have read the Huashan Sword Technique and received a feeling in the dark. You have an epiphany and are now performing the Huashan 10 swords. Huashan 10 swords, 10, it has a perfect meaning. That is to say, the sword technique of Huashan sword, it has been deduced to the peak by Suqi. This martial art can be used in the laughing proud Jianghu. I'm afraid it will be the most perfect swordsmanship. A glimpse into the leopard reveals a glimpse. Swordsmanship is secondary, and I also need mental skills. Suqi muttered to himself. But when the 10 swords of Mount Hua are placed in the smiling and proud Jianghu, it's really perfect. He doesn't need to give such a perfect swordsmanship directly. Instead, we can dismantle the 10 swords of Mount Hua, create a castration version. Do business. How could it be possible to launch the best at once? Soon, Suqi made a castrated version of the Huashan 10 swords. Huashan Sword Technique, Enhanced Edition, has been released. Then the enhanced version of Huashan Sword Technique was uploaded to the group mall. In less than a few seconds, Lin Jiuhua directly bought the enhanced version of Huashan Sword Technique, and Suqi also said in the group, "Remember to give a good review, dear." Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass. New book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass. New book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass. New book grades are crucial, thank you. Chapter 4. Kama Taj Mahathir's Thoughts. You are listening at Novel Full.Audio. Li Zhengfei, Tang Dynasty Twin Dragon World. Is the deduction so fast? Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. Is Su De Lao so awesome? Unfortunately. If it were to switch to a fantasy world, it's uncertain that Su has already taken off. Wang Ping, Shaoli Flying Knife World. At Wang Xiaochang, how is the newcomer doing? Has Wang Duyu invested in you? Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. Has been targeted by world consciousness and is now in prison. Zhang Ming, Duqi World. The deduction is so fast, so you shouldn't be a group friend. Qin Yangwu, Zombie OL World. Can we really deduce from the world? The main leader Lin Jiuhua did not come out to speak, but inside the Huashan gate, he found a quiet place. Start practicing the Huashan 9 swords, enhanced version. I saw Lin Jiuhua's swordsmanship as graceful as an immortal. The speed of swordsmanship is too fast, this kind of swordsmanship. Lin Jiuhua looked excited, the body involuntarily trembles. Is this really an integral effect? It's worth it. Not only is the sword speed faster, more elegant and difficult to ponder, and in fact, it is solid and steady. Featuring the style of swordsmanship from the 5 Sacred Sword School. Lin Jiuhua, Smiling World. At Suqi, thank you, Mr. Su. I don't have many points on my body, please accept them, Mr. Su. I saw Lin Jiuhua send Suqi another 20-point gift package, and Suqi was not polite either, just accept it with a smile. Suqi. As long as it's useful, welcome other big shots in the group to visit my business. Xianjian, Tianlong World. Sleeping Slot, Su De Lao is so awesome. At Lin Jiuhua, live stream and see how we can optimize the Huashan Sword Technique. Li Zhengfei, Tang Xuanlong World. Live streaming to watch. Lin Jiuhua also inexplicably opened the live broadcast, and a threshold for viewing points has been set. Isn't this collected all at once? At this moment, members of the chat group in the live broadcast room are pouring in one after another. Xian Jian paid 1 point and entered the live broadcast room. Li Zhengfei paid 1 point and entered the live broadcast room. Wang Ping paid 1 point and entered the live broadcast room. Bai Beibei paid 1 point and entered the live broadcast room. And in the live broadcast room, although there are only 7 people, but it still appears very lively. And Lin Jiuhua changed into a white outfit, standing on a mountain peak, under the cold wind, appearing like a fairy. But he noticed the reminder to enter the live broadcast room in the bottom right corner. I can't sit still right away. Sleeping trough, here comes the white boss. Hello, white boss. Lin Jiuhua Road. On the left side of Bai Beibei, he has the title of administrator. Wang Ping, Little Flying Knife World. Hello, Bai De Lao, can I lick you? Wang Ping has been banned by Bai Beibei for an hour. Xian Jian, Heavenly Dragon World. Bai De Lao has rare time today. Didn't he practice at Kama Taj? Administrator Bai Beibei, Manwei. Learning new magic. Wei Li Cai, Harry World. Master, please guide us. We are also studying magic. Li Zhengfei, Twin Dragons World of the Tang Dynasty. Your magic is also given to the White Master to carry shoes. Wei Li Cai, Hairy World. Isn't Muggle magic called magic? At this moment, Lin Jiuhua looked embarrassed, although everyone paid to enter the live broadcast room, but everyone is busy licking the white boss, how could he feel embarrassed? However, he still started the live broadcast with due diligence. Next, I will demonstrate the original version of Huashan Sword Technique to everyone. And the optimized version deduced by Mr. Su. Lin Jiuhua finished speaking, so he began to showcase the original Huashan Sword Technique. The original Huashan Sword Technique, to be honest, it's just average, very ordinary and mediocre. Not to mention that many people live in a world much stronger than Lin Jiuhua, in Bai Beibei's eyes, extremely simple. However, optimized version of Huashan Sword Technique, it is obviously one level higher. If the Huashan Sword Technique is a first-order sword technique, so the enhanced version of Huashan swordsmanship is estimated to barely reach level 2. After using the enhanced version of Huashan Sword Technique, which is so elegant, beautiful, and powerful, many group members are undoubtedly tempted. Xianjian, Tianlong World. Su de Lao Nyobi. Xianjian withdrew from the live broadcast room. Wang Ping, Little Flying Knife World. Sleeping Slot, it's too awesome. Wang Ping withdrew from the live broadcast room halfway through the demonstration. After everyone saw the effect, they all hurriedly exited the live broadcast room. Xianjian, Tianlong World. At Suqi, Su de Lao, I wonder how many points are needed to deduce Bodhi mind technique. Wei Li Cai, Hairy World. At Suqi, Su de Lao, how many points does it take to optimize a spell? Li Zhengfei, Tang Dynasty Twin Dragon World. At Suqi, how many points does it take to optimize a second-order magic sect technique? Accompanied by an endless stream of ET, Suqi's face showed a satisfied smile. It's not about collecting points, but rather to integrate the teachings of 100 schools of thought, thus creating a method that can be practiced in reality. And just as Suqi was feeling proud, Administrator, Bai Beibei, Man Wei. At Suqi, how many points does it take to optimize Kama Taj's meditation method? Kama Taj. Dark Thoughts. Suqi immediately clicked on the interface of Bai Beibei, White Beibei, Marvel World, Fourth Order, Deep White System, Suqi. I need to look at the techniques before I know. Let's do it this way. First, pay the deposit, then I will optimize it later, and then I will decide according to the situation. Different martial arts have different situations. If the deduction fails, I will compensate double the deposit. Li Zhengfei, Tang Xuanlong World. What if you don't return the deposit after receiving it? What should I do if I cancel the transaction? Suqi. No way. If I haven't seen it, I can't provide a suitable pricing. And if you don't trust me, can you let me deduce the less important techniques? Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Chapter 5. Improvement. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Xianjian, Tianlong World. At Suqi, I believe you. How about the deposit? Suqi. At Xianjian, Bodhi Heart Technique deposit 10 points. Administrator, Bai Beibei, Man Wei. At Suqi, how much is the meditation statutory gold for optimizing Kama Taj? Suqi saw this reply, it is decided to set the price lower. Kama Taj's meditation is crucial to him, you know, Marvel World actually has physical laws, so it has strong practical reference significance. Suqi. At Bai Beibei, if it's Bai De Lao, a deposit of 500 points. Bai Beibei is a 4th level master, their value is definitely not comparable to these 1st and 2nd level trash. I thought it was a scam when I said it low. Administrator, by Bebe, Manway. Sure, if you haven't deduced it, remember to compensate. Not long after, Bai Bebe and Xian Jian successively sent the Bodhi mind method and the meditation method of Kama Taj, and Suqi also clicked to accept with excitement. By the way, there are also over 500 points credited to the account. This business is too simple to do. You have read the thoughts of Kama Taj Mahayana and gained some insights from them. You have an epiphany of the mind's thoughts. Kama Taj's meditation method is not a magic-enhancing meditation method, but rather a meditation method for cultivating the spirit. This is crucial. He found that, this meditation method can also work in this world. This undoubtedly made Suqi very excited. He finally saw an extraordinary path. You have watched the Bodhi mantra and gained some insights from it. You have come to understand the Supreme Bodhi mantra, the Supreme Bodhi mind technique. For the world of Tianlong, it is too shocking and shocking. The second order Bodhi mind technique, hardly optimized by Suqi to near fourth order. So he made another castration version of it, Mingxin Bodhi heart method. Bodhi has 5 levels of realm: Fashin Bodhi, Fushin Bodhi, Mingxin Bodhi, Outgoing Bodhi, and Supreme Bodhi. And Mingxin Bodhi, it is the third layer. It is said that Bodhisattva Dingdi has realized the purity of all phenomena after all, the So. Called Prajnaparamita phase. Supreme Bodhi, it's the 5th layer. It is said that the realization of the awakening and the perfection of the awakening and the perfection of the 3 contemplations and 3 bodhisattvas is the result of the Buddha's enlightenment and wisdom. Suqi's castration version has no issues, so, Suqi also posted a deal on the group mall about the mind meditation and the mind technique of Mingxin Bodhi. The transaction prices for both are 1,000 points and 300 points, respectively. And soon, these 2 martial arts have been bought by Xianjian and by Bebe. Xianjian, Heavenly Dragon World. Sleeping Trough, Su de Lao Nyobi. This optimization is too impressive. Spending 300 points is too much. Bai Bebe has sent you a designated red envelope. Administrator, Bai Bebe, Manway. 1,000 points is too little, add another 500 points. Suqi. Hehe, I have also benefited a lot from the idea of mutual benefit. Wang Ping, Shaoli Flying Knife World. I have finally been released, and I dare not disrespect the administrator anymore. I was wrong, Bebe. Wang Ping, Shaoli Flying Knife World. At Suqi, have you benefited a lot? You won't be able to practice in the original world, will you? So hardcore. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. At Suqi, Suqi boss, I also want to cultivate with you. Envy JPG Wei Litsai, Harry World. Can I hug the big shot's thigh? Seeing the group members, I immediately started praising myself. Suqi chuckled, it's meaningless, Zhang Ming, Duki World. Hehe, how could it be so easy? Qi Wan, Song World. At Suqi, how many points does it take to optimize Peach Blossom Sword Technique? And the chat group is so lively, so much so that many members of the diving group were blown out. We need to patronize Suqi's business. Fortunately, Suqi's price was set low enough. As long as there are some accumulated group members, most transactions are affordable. Anyway, his main purpose is not to integrate, but rather drawing on the techniques of other worlds, thus creating a path of cultivation in this world. Because I joined the walk-through chat group, Suqi's life has begun to become colorful, so he decisively resigned from his job. This job, don't worry, it's okay. In long-term rental housing, Suqi gazes at the distant city. This place is too noisy and no longer suitable for him. However, we are still preparing for it. Carrie's savings are only over 100,000 yuan. This little money is enough. Wise people enjoy mountains, benevolent people enjoy water. The Taihang Mountains are a good choice, although Suqi has made up his mind to leave the city, but not now. Leaving the city can be very inconvenient. If he leaves the city, at that time, he must have already been a practitioner. Lin Jiuhua, Smiling World. Hehe, guess what? I used the enhanced version of Huashan Sword Technique, which scared you Buchuan silly. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. Mr. Lin, how could you say that about your master? Lin Jiuhua, laughing proud world. Forget it, I want to dig a grave. I've been sitting on an empty mountain and can only exchange some jewelry for gold and sell it to chat groups. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. Boss, I can't afford to eat soon. After digging the grave, give me some rewards. Lin Jiuhua, laughing proud world. What kind of investment do you need for a losing money system? Ask for food. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. Do you have any big shots to reward you? You won't be able to survive anymore. Before the prison could leave, he was burdened with heavy debts. I have to work for a lifetime. I should be the most miserable intruder in the group. Wang Ping, literally flying knife world. In terms of tragedy, I was the first to disagree. Today is another day when I haven't even licked my toes, and I have to be humiliated by Lin Siener, saying that I don't even deserve to be her dog. Crying, the author is selling poorly. I hope all readers can give me a lot of fresh flowers to comment on, woo woo woo. The young author has no extravagance, please ask for flower evaluations. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Kneel down. Chapter 6. Void Refining Technique. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Ren Xingyun, Devouring the World. And Suqi happened to be diving, out of curiosity, he clicked on Ren Xingyun. Any moving cloud, devouring the sky world, second order, buff system, Devouring the world. Another world with similar physical laws, in that case, the probability of him performing suitable techniques has increased. Suqi said, yes, there is a deposit of 200 points. Ren Xingyun skillfully transferred the points, because Suqi's reputation is very good, the price is relatively low, surprisingly, it's even cheaper than buying martial arts. And he has been practicing the self-strengthening body method for some time now, it's better to find group friends to upgrade before transferring to repair. The transaction was conducted through the group mall. Suqi has obtained the complete content of Free Body Refining Technique, which is a body refining technique. It is surprising that there is such a technique in the world of devouring the sky. Yes, devouring the sky is a large world, and it is normal to have this type of technique. You have watched the secret script of Free Body Refining Method and understood the meaning of the magnetic field of life from it. You have suddenly understood triple life. As usual, Suqi directly castrated the triple life, developed a versatile body forging technique. Then I chose to trade. Suqi received another 500 points. Life magnetic field, the magnetic field inside the human body, the field quantity of each life magnetic field, there is a distinction between strong, medium, and weak. And the understanding of the magnetic field of life, Suqi's understanding of this world has deepened a bit, plus the last meditation method, there are already many techniques, a creative method gradually formed in Suqi's mind. A universally applicable practice, combining spiritual and physical cultivation, the path of great power belongs to oneself. After experiencing a new technique, Ren Xingyun, devouring the world. Big Brother Su lives up to his reputation and continues to cultivate. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. At Suqi, I'm lying down. The boss has taken care of me. Please send me a points red envelope so that I can grab some gold. Suqi, on the other hand, did an advertisement for himself as usual, just keep going. You are thinking about combining your body and soul to absorb the energy around your body, and you have gained inspiration from your meditation. You have gained insight into the cultivation method of the life field cultivation method. Suqi felt it for a while, finally, he seems to be able to absorb energy from the outside world. His body began to absorb energy, this is the first step towards cultivation. Wilderness, Suqi finally showed a smile, and his efforts finally paid off. However, practicing is just stepping on a path of no return. This is just a starting point. His next challenge was one after another. For example, the life field cultivation method is certainly feasible, but the cultivation speed is too slow. He must optimize the method in order to do so. We still need to continue to learn from other cultivation methods and create ideas, embracing all rivers and drawing on the strengths of others. Don't rush to practice for now. Suqi made up his mind and secretly made up his mind. The foundation determines the upper limit of the future. He wants to walk a path that his predecessors cannot walk. We still need to step out of height. It is necessary to lay a good foundation. Life field cultivation method. According to Suqi's estimation, the final upper limit will not exceed 3 orders. So he doesn't know how to cultivate. Open a chat group. The group information is rolling wildly, and Ren Xingyun, who just froze, went diving. Xianjian, Tianlong World. I just showed the Mingxin Bodhi mind technique to the sweeping monk in the Sutra Pavilion, which startled the old man and even said that I have a wise root. Li Zhengfei, Twin Dragons World of the Tang Dynasty. I really envy you. You can still interact with the protagonist. I can't even touch them. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. In the world of the Tang Dynasty, there are many beautiful women. Haven't Feigu played with any of them? Li Zhengfei, Twin Dragons World of the Tang Dynasty. Play with me. Play with you. Do you have that strength? Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. It's okay, big shot. You can do it sooner or later. Suqi curiously glanced at the scrolling group information, then I clicked on the group mall. Throughout, he trades directly with group members. He is going to visit the system mall now. See what you have gained. Compared to the few hanging orders in group member transactions, the martial arts in the mall can be said to be massive. Dugu Jiujian, level. Second level, points. 500, evaluation. Created by sword demon seeking defeat alone, pointed by the blade, incredibly sharp. 9 turn forging technique, level. Third level, points. 1500, evaluation. The body forging technique, when practiced to the limit, can possess 256,000 kilograms of power. 9 turn forging body decision. This may be the forging technique of the fantasy world, and what Suqi hopes for is to learn from the cultivation methods of the physical world. Basic chapter of void refining technique, level. Second level, points. 1000, evaluation. The term void refers to the vast universe with infinite space and countless energies, all of which are melted together. Whether it is the power of the stars in the sky or the demonic energy of the earth veins, the void body refining technique is open to all. Suqi calmed down. That's right, that's what he wanted. So he decisively bought it, although it's just a fragment, but it's perfect for deduction. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass. New book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass. New book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass. New book grades are crucial, thank you. Chapter 7. The way finally comes true. You are listening at Novel Full.Audio. Void refining technique is a technique of the Taoist sect in a certain urban world. It is a major sect in the cultivation world of the universe. Although the great Tao sect has not produced any unparalleled experts, the sect's method of refining qi and building foundations is well known worldwide. If this sect's void body refining technique is practiced to the extreme, its magical power is several times deeper than that of other cultivators in the qi refining period, and its foundation is solid, without affecting their subsequent cultivation. The So called various energies in the universe, like spiritual energy, are actually some kind of energy in the universe. However, spiritual energy is vast and densely distributed throughout the entire life star, making it more suitable for cultivators to absorb and cultivate. And other energies require specialized techniques to be extracted. This void refining technique, just in line with Suqi's needs. And it's just a basic article, so that's enough space. Anyway, Suqi doesn't need any follow-up content. Divine level comprehension, everything is self-aware. You watched the void refining technique and gained some insights from it. You performed as a cosmic melting pot from it. The cosmic melting pot deduced by Suqi, it can convert various energies in the universe into its own use. However, the conditions of this method are too harsh. Suqi is almost impossible to cultivate in a mortal body. Today, Suqi is already a knowledgeable person who has read many worlds. However, in this world, there is still no way to reach the sky. This made him really difficult. No wonder no one has ever embarked on an extraordinary path throughout history, the extraordinary path, difficult to ascend to the blue sky. The level of these methods is not enough. Suqi was submerged in the sea of people, and at this moment he was a hurried traveler in the mortal world. But he keenly sensed that, the key to the problem lies. The techniques he deduced, besides having sufficient breadth, insufficient depth. Apart from the depth of the void refining technique, the other martial arts he has seen are too basic. It's not enough for him to push a path that can lead him to the path of heaven. But where did he find the top secret? Suqi's Yu Guangmiao entered the crowd list in the chat group. I saw one of the world with a single leaf covering the sky, which was particularly eye-catching, a leaf covering the sky. Suqi suddenly realized, isn't there a top popular way to cover the sky with just one leaf? Taoist scriptures. If there is Tao Jing, with his divine level understanding, it is not impossible to deduce a path to the heavens. The key is how to obtain the Taoist scriptures. Suqi flipped through the group shopping mall, and there was indeed a Taoist scripture in it. However, just the beginning of the Taoist scripture alone requires a total of 10,000 points. The good news is that the beginning of the Taoist scripture only requires 10,000 points. He may get it by doing the transaction for another month. Thinking of this, so Suqi asked directly in the chat group, Suqi. At Chao Haijiao, Mr. Chao, could you please ask if the transaction is possible? Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. Sleeping trough, lying trough, the big boss wants to trade Taoist scriptures, which is too impressive. Shocked JPG Rongyan, Tang Dynasty World. Bully, do big shots still lack pendants? TM can practice in the real world, I really admire it. Chi Wan, Song World. At Suqi, you still have many orders to process. Suqi carefully flipped through it, while he was constantly deducing. Indeed, there were 6 group members who engaged in transactions with him. So Suqi began to process these orders. Not long after, under Suqi's operation, another 1,000 points have been credited. And at this point, Chao Haijiao also replied to Suqi, Chao Haijiao, one leaf covers the heavenly world. At Suqi, yes, 2,000 points, plus the inferred Taoist scripture transaction for me. Wei Li Tsai, Harry World. Sleeping Slot, has Chao De Lao replied? Is this the first time I've seen a reply from Mr. Chao? Suqi calculated in her heart, this is completely killing him. If Suqi deduces the Taoist scriptures, Chao Haijiao should pay him points. Suqi. If you want to deduce the Taoist scripture, you need to pay me 1,000 points. Suqi. There is also a chat group mall in the starting article, but I can wait for half a month at most. Chao Haijiao, one leaf covers the sky world. If you can really deduce it, what about 1,000 points? Suqi keeps an eye on the chat group. After seeing Chao Haijiao's reply, by the way, I checked Chao Haijiao's information. Chao Haijiao, one leaf covers the heavenly world, third order, physical system. Lying trough, Chao Haijiao is actually a physical system. If this doesn't fall midway, it is estimated that there is also infinite potential. You should know that the world of one leaf covering the sky places the greatest emphasis on physical fitness, can make an appearance on the final stage. Basically, they are people of various constitutions. And Chao Haijiao surprisingly has a physical system. This is just another ruthless person alive. Seeing this, Suqi couldn't help but become cautious again. There are indeed various useless systems in chat groups, but there are also particularly powerful systems. Just what he sees has a deep white system, and this physical system. Chao Haijiao, one leaf covers the sky world. You can pay me 2,000 points first. If it is deduced, I will use 3,000 points to buy it back. After saying these things, Chao Haijiao seems to have disappeared, and Suqi also traded the beginning chapter of the Taoist scripture. You have watched the Taoist scriptures, all kinds of fate, human beings follow the earth follows the sky, heaven follows the Tao, and the Tao follows nature. Your heart suddenly realizes. Dao, Kadao, unconventional Dao, name, Keming, unconventional Dao. If you have thought deeply, integrate all the teachings you have gained, and finally embrace all the strengths of others. This world is not impossible to cultivate, but it is too difficult for ordinary people to comprehend. You have finally found a path to the heavens. You have comprehended the Taoist Sutra beginning chapter, Suqi edition. From the Taoist Sutra beginning chapter, you have an epiphany of the beginning chapter of the mixed element cultivation method. Mixed yuan cultivation method, it is the culmination of Suqi's current understanding of cultivation. Those who are mixed with the elemental energy have not yet been separated, and chaos is one, the beginning of the elemental energy. This mixed element cultivation method, it can absorb various energies between heaven and earth, melt in oneself, strengthen one's own life force. Not only can it adapt to this universe, it can also be applied to various worlds. This is based on Suqi's deduction. Mixed yuan cultivation method, various energies can be converted into each other, so it can be used universally in various worlds. And at this point, Suqi also kept the agreement. There was no castration version made. I directly sent the optimized starting chapter of the Taoist scripture, Suqi version, over. This Taoist scripture, especially the opening chapter, it is the strongest foundation building technique. Lun Heijuan is the strongest among all imperial scriptures. Under the contemplation of the moral heavenly sovereign, who covers the world with a leaf, we have reached a point where there is no room for improvement. Even Suqi can only pick out a little bit of content for modification. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Chapter 8. Su De Lao has reached the first level, and his friends have become numb. You are listening at Novel Full.Audio. In the past decade or so, Suqi practiced continuously for a moment. In addition, purchasing pill resources in the chat group mall, the cultivation level rapidly increased. And his level is finally reaching level 1, mixed elements are the beginning of vitality. On this day, at the first ray of dawn, Suqi's clothes all over her body seemed to expand, and Suqi also clearly felt that he had broken the shackles inside his body. He opened his eyes. I took a deep breath. First order, this time, I finally felt a qualitative change in the level of life. No wonder people throughout history have wanted to live forever. After reaching the first level, his current physical fitness has become superhuman. No matter which project in the world, he can easily challenge and succeed, becoming the world's number one. He could probably kill an ordinary person with just one punch. Today and yesterday cannot be compared in the same way. You feel the changes in the level of life and have a brand new understanding. It turns out that life has countless possibilities. You have created the heaven and earth body refining technique. Suqi unintentionally comprehended a body refining method again. However, the current impact on him is not very significant. At present, he has one more thing to do, that's preparing to move to the Taihang Mountains. While Suqi was packing up, and the members of the group were also keenly aware that Suqi had become a first order, Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. At Suqi, lying trough, Su De Lao, you have already reached the first level, you are envious and crying. Boss Su, take me, I want to hold your thigh. Rongyan, Tang Dynasty World. Sleeping in a trough, one level, this is too rebellious. Isn't it impossible to cultivate? Wei Li Cai, Hairy World. It's so amazing. Big Brother Su will give us your big legs, and you will definitely be a big shot in the future. Huashan, world of divine sculptures. Do experts still lack maids? Little dragon girl Huang Rong bows her hands and presents them all. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. At Huashan, you are truly a person as your name suggests. Mr. Su will not accept this kind of transaction. Huashan, Divine Eagle World. Hee, actually I'm just joking. The elderly know that I'm a eunuch. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. Okay, you are worse off than me. Huashan, world of divine sculptures. Time travel always requires effort. I don't even care now, isn't it just a root bird? Xianjian, Tianlong World. So open-minded. Suqi. It's just good luck. Wang Ping, literally flying knife world. Su De Lao has appeared, let me lick it. Qi Wan, Song World. Su, would you like to come and play in my world? Administrator, Yi Naishuan, Fairy Sword World. Newcomers are all monsters. Qi Wan, Song World. Is Sister Yi currently in seclusion? I'm not online at all. Administrator, Yi Naishuan, Fairy Sword World. I went to play with Sister Paper. Taihang Mountains, it stretches more than 400 kilometers from the western Kyoto Mountain in the north to Wangu Mountain in the border area between Hunan and Shaanxi in the south, to the Shaanxi Plateau in the west, and to the North China Plain in the east. It has a beautiful and graceful landscape, from the Wei, Jin, southern and northern dynasties to the Ming and Qing dynasties. Countless literati and ink scholars have been fascinated by its majestic and magnificent style. Taihang Mountain, also known as Wuxing Mountain, Wanmu Mountain, Nuwa Mountain, or Taixing Mountain. It is located between the Hebei Plain and the Shaanxi Plateau, with a direction from northeast to southwest, high in the north and low in the south, steep in the east and gentle in the west, facing Junda Mountain across the Juma River in the north. To the south is the Qinhe Plain in Hunan Province, with the west wing connecting to the Shaanxi Plateau, and the east wing transitioning from Zhongshan, low mountains, and hills to the plain. The mountain stands at an altitude of 1,500.2000 meters, with the eastern side of the ridge rising from the Hebei Plain. Many areas have fault rock walls that are 1,000 meters high, creating a magnificent atmosphere. On the west side, due to its border with the plateau, the mountain slopes are gentle and flat. Such a vast mountain range, once basic Suqi gets into it, ordinary people can hardly find him. And the mountains are not high. If there is an immortal, then there is a name. Water is not deep, a dragon is a spirit. He drank white dew in the morning, looking at the sunset glow at night. It will take another 3 to 5 days. Finally found a suitable foothold. This is a towering mountain peak. The mountain is steep in shape, ordinary people are almost unable to climb it. Wang Ping, literally flying knife world. Sigh, I don't want to lick Lin Xianer anymore. She's simply not human. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. Another day without even licking your toes. Wang Ping, literally flying knife world. If you are a waste, it is almost impossible for you to lick her toes. If you are valuable, she can easily sleep with you. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. Hee, I have an idea for you. You can wait until Shengguan Jinhong dies. At that time, Lin Xianer will be reduced to the most despicable prostitute. Wang Ping, literally flying dagger world. It's better to let me die. Wang Ping posted a group task. Kill Lin Xianer, publisher. Wang Ping, reward. 500 points, time limit. Within 1 month, Wang Ping, Xiaoli flying knife world. Ladies and gentlemen, I have posted a task where all the points I have accumulated throughout my life have been utilized. Just ask for a different person to bind. Cry JPG Wang Ping, Xiaoli Feidao world. The time limit is long enough, and experts can also search for various resources in Xiaoli Feidao world. After a round of searching, there will definitely be more than 500 points. Ren Xingyun, devouring the world. Hate for love. Wan Ping, literally flying knife world. I have never loved before. Is Ren De Lao interested? Xian Jian, heavenly dragon world. Are you possessed? And Suqi, who was diving on the side, after carefully reviewing this task, he has not yet traveled, so this task is very attractive to him. Make a quick decision. Suqi chose to register. 5, the quota was instantly filled up. It seems that everyone is curious about other worlds. Besides, it's true that other worlds have resources, but Suqi's current cultivation is very lacking in resources. The reason why he was able to reach the first level quickly was all due to his business dealings. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Chapter 9. Concealing the Law of the Sea. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Wang Xiaocheng, Shihong City World. Sleeping in bed, my hand speed is so fast, do I want to go to other worlds to see? I don't want to go to jail anymore. Lin Jiuhua, smiling proud world. You are truly a talented person. If you travel again, you will be dissected. Wang Xiaocheng, Shihong City World. At Suqi, help me, big shot. I don't want to lose money on the system anymore, I want to cultivate immortality. Hao Weisua, divine sculpture world. Hehe, with the speed of the sunflower ancestor's hand, let me go to the literally flying knife world to meet Lin Sienna. Hao Weisua, divine sculpture world. At Wang Xiaocheng, if you want to learn cultivation, I will teach you. Wang Xiaocheng, Shihong City World. No, I'm joking. Farewell JPG Su Xinmiao, Dolua World. I seem to have also snatched it, excited JPG Wei Litsai, Harry World. At Wang Ping, who is there this time? I didn't get it. Wang Ping glanced at the list of Xiao Li's flying knives, except for Hao Weisua, who is of the second order. Unexpectedly, it's all first order, this undoubtedly makes his scalp tingle. An innate realm, this is just a fart. Let's just surrender. Wang Ping, Xiaoli flying knife world. I'm crying, why is it just a second-level big shot? Where have all the big shots gone? I knew it wasn't released so hastily. On this list, the notable figures are Suqi, Su Xinmiao, Hao Weisua, Lin Jiuhua, and Qin Yangwu. Except for Hao Weisua, Suqi, along with Lin Jiuhua and Qin Yangwu, is of the first rank. However, Su Xinmiao's evaluation in the chat group is even lower than the first level. Hao Weisua, divine sculpture world. Having me alone is enough. Let you see the realm of the transformation of heaven and humanity. Wang Ping, Xiaoli flying knife world. Ah, well, I guess other big shots won't like it. How, it's up to you. Just help me unbind it. Administrator by Beibei, Manwei. If you travel through time, you will still face 7 days of world will targeting, because it is a black door. Still being targeted. The crowd who were originally still in a good water group clearly caused a huge uproar. The high elimination rate at the beginning was not the reason for the chat group. Qin Yangwu, Zombie OL World. Hehe, I'm ready to start a killing spree. Nevertheless, unexpectedly, none of the 5 people chose to give up. Suqi frowned. To be honest, he has not yet been targeted by the will of the world, so I don't know what will happen. But since the will of the world can investigate the underworld, so you should be able to hide your breath. To deceive the will of the world is right. Half an hour later, Wang Ping invites you to travel to the world of Little Li's flying knives. Do you agree? Yes. Without any hesitation, Suqi chose to agree, and the next second, he descended into an ancient world. The place where Suqi landed was a wilderness. There is a small hill outside the wilderness, on which there is a dead wood, just like the yellow leaves on the branches. which is almost withering. At this moment, Suqi keenly felt a hint of gaze. You feel a power peering through the depths of heaven and earth, trying to conceal your breath, and suddenly realized the law of concealing the heavens and crossing the sea, and in front of a few people, a man in a brocade robe was standing nervously in front of them. If nothing unexpected happens, this person is a group chat member, Wang Ping. Wang Ping is not tall, I estimate it's less than 1.7 meters. Their appearance is also very ordinary. No wonder I can't lick Lin Xianer. Lin Xianer is currently hailed as the most beautiful woman in the world. Suqi, on the other hand, exchanged glances with Su Ximiao, Hao Weisua, Lin Zhouhua, and Qin Yangwu. Su Ximiao's eyes lit up and he walked into front of Suqi. If I guess correctly, you should be Suqi. Suqi looked up and down at Su Ximiao. Su Ximiao has clear eyes that show intelligence and cleverness, the skin is fair and smooth like snow, the voice is soft and sweet, it makes people feel warm and comfortable. Yes, are you Su Ximiao? Suqi Dao. Chiga is me. After all, there was only one woman among the 5 people, and of course Suqi recognized it. And Su Ximiao is in the Dolua world, although Dolua world is a mystical flower board, but being placed in a chat group is also a medium-level world. Boss Su, the Huashan Sword Technique you optimized for me is too amazing. I didn't expect Boss Su to be so handsome and blind my eyes, Lin Zhouhua boasted. This is not the place to talk, let's go back to the restaurant I run first. Wang Ping Dao. In front of group members, he was a bit nervous, even though he was in a chat group where water was flying. No need, it's not necessary. Let's get in touch in our chat group. Hao Weisua chuckled and then left like a gust of wind. That speed is called fast, it made Wang Ping dumbfounded. He invited his thighs and directly took action on his own. I'll take a step first, you wait for my good news. Qin Yangwu thought to himself, his killing system, if killed in this world, will cause a sea of corpses and blood. Second order is not impossible either. Moreover, he also wants to prove that, he is the strongest among this group of newcomers. Now, the 2 of them left the team in an instant, and Wang Ping was dumbfounded. He invited these people to help him unbind the system. As a result, each one of them was an uncle, but their systems are probably stronger than themselves. Wang Ping remained witty and shut up. Boss Su, I have already prepared a room for you. How about you take a night off before taking action? Wang Ping turned to look at Suqi and Lin Zhouhua, these 2 people, it is estimated that only Mr. Su is his hope for unbinding. Wang Ping, I wonder if you could prepare some martial arts for me in this world. Suqi said calmly. He had already considered it before coming, the cultivation rules vary in different worlds, he also needs to practice firsthand to know. Increasing knowledge is one aspect, on the other hand, it is to cultivate other systems. Okay, Mr. Su, I'll prepare it for you right away. Wang Ping Dao. Although he couldn't lick Lin Xianer, that's just because his cultivation is low, in terms of business, he still relied on the insights of later generations to achieve some scale. But by the way, if you can't lick Lin Xianer, how can you increase her cultivation? With Wang Ping's financial resources, there is no problem preparing dozens of martial arts that are not popular in the martial arts world for Suqi. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. There is also a gap between the first order of Chapter 10. You are listening at novel full.audio. Suqi, Su Ximiao, and Lin Zhouhua moved into the restaurant operated by Wang Ping, and during my communication with Su Ximiao, I learned that, Su Ximiao travels to the world of Dolua. I'm a bit lucky, her system happens to be a fake system, the ability of this system to replicate a counterfeit of a real existence, but the ability of this counterfeit is much worse. And Su Xinmiao has passed the age of the best martial soul cultivation, so now the soul power is only a few levels. And soon, the kung fu of 4 people drinking and eating meat, Wang Ping's subordinates brought up the martial arts secret script that Suqi wanted. After my subordinates leave, Suqi opened one of the books and read it. The reason for wanting these very basic secrets is to thoroughly learn the martial arts of this world. Different worlds, after all, it's a bit different. Suqi has not yet witnessed the top-level martial arts techniques of martial arts. You have read the Kumu Gong and created the Kurong divine skill one by one. You have read Eagle Claw Palm and created Eagle Strike 9 heavens in sequence. These martial arts are very rudimentary. On average, a martial arts skill should not exceed 10 pages. And Suqi basically swept past in one go. Lin Jiuhua and Wang Ping saw Suqi's reading technique like this. I was greatly surprised in my heart. Got a big groove. What is the cultivation method of Nima? And Suqi's internal strength also began to become completely different. After arriving at the world of Shaoli's flying knives, he doesn't have any internal strength on him, because he has never practiced internal power before. But his mixed cultivation method can indeed convert his cultivation ability into internal power. But he did not do so. But reading and improving so many techniques, Suqi's body was like a huge vortex. Draw out the true qi around you. And he himself, it also easily penetrated the so-called acquired realm in these martial arts techniques. Later. The day after tomorrow. Wang Ping's chin was almost startled. Is this Nima the day after tomorrow? And the basket of books that I just brought up, there is still one book left to read. At first, he was so humble about a secret book. Later on, when the business grew and money was spent on buying pills, the day after tomorrow arrived. And Suqi only spent a dozen or so minutes. The difference between them, who can understand? Is this the future group leader? Boss Su is amazing, he's too strong, our role model. Lin Jiuhua started licking directly. Although there is no licking dog system, but who wouldn't know how to lick? Wang Ping's face was flushed. I just realized that I was just shocked. I didn't even flatter Suqi. Sleeping trough, Mr. Su is too awesome. I'm not 1,000th of you, and from now on, you will be my big brother, Mr. Su. Just as Suqi was immersed in cultivation, Wang Ping joined the chat group, prepared to continue flattering. Wang Ping, Shaoli Flying Knife World. Su De Lao is so amazing. He saw a miracle today and changed his cultivation system to level 1 in just over 10 minutes. He opened his eyes today. Lin Jiuhua, Smiling World. Anyway, I'm numb. I almost knelt down for Boss Su. Wang Xiaochang, Shihong City World. So awesome. Rongyan, Tang Dynasty World. Su De Lao seeks guidance, and we also want to cultivate. Su Xinmiao was stunned, eyes wide open, as if frozen. She originally intended to express her admiration for Suqi. But upon hearing the shameless flattery of Wang Ping and Lin Jiuhua, I can't say a word for half a day. Suqi felt the difference between the two in his heart, same as first order, but between the first order, there is also a gap. The first level cultivated by Suqi using the mixed element cultivation method, I don't know how much stronger it is than the first level of martial arts. If he follows this cultivation speed, it will take him at most 3 days to break through his innate abilities. There will be no threshold in heaven, because Suqi has already realized what the so-called innate realm is, so there are no obstacles to cultivation. To be honest, his current state should be considered quasi-innate, it's just that the accumulation of true qi has not arrived. Sorry, I was just immersed in cultivation. Suqi apologized briefly. He raised his glass and toasted, and Wang Ping and Lin Jiuhua were as flattered as ever. It's okay, Mr. Su, your cultivation is important, Wang Ping licked. Suqi said again, I have already thought of a way to deal with Lin Xianer. Wang Ping, when you schedule a meeting with Lin Xianer, we can get rid of her. Lin Siener has many experts around her, even possessing innate realm, which is not so easy. Wang Ping, why not, he doesn't want to be involved. There are all innate experts who have slept with Lin Siener, even Shangguan Jinhong couldn't resist the charm of Lin Siener. There are only Tianji Old Man and Li Xuanhuan who have such composure in the martial arts world. Of course, Wang Ping also wanted to, but he couldn't lick it. Lin Siener likes to be tortured by men, and she also likes to torture men. Unfortunately, Wang Ping is the man she wants to torture. Don't worry, it will make you fully recover, Suqi said calmly. If he reaches his birth, so the first person in the weapon spectrum will only have one person, that's him, Suqi. After removing Lin Siener, he is certainly plundering as many resources as there are in this world. After all, he needs a lot of resources to practice in the original world, so this time I'm mainly here to rob. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you. Looking for flowers to evaluate the monthly pass, new book grades are crucial, thank you.